Okay, let's just go ahead and end the combiner wars for good. Okay, we got people on one side of the fence that say, hey, we should stick with this. We got people on the other side that say they don't like the exoskeletons. We got people on the other side that say, hey, I loved when they all just connected together and there was no a whole lot of extra pieces. And then you got people that say, well, I love the exoskeleton because it holds it all together and it stands up. Then you got people that say, go with third party. Then you got people that say, go with a fourth party. Look here. Here's my stance on it. It's your money. It's your collection. Buy what you want to buy. Because guess what? Your boy is getting this right here because I don't have a Defensor. I know I keep saying it over and over. That would complete my collection. But let's just end the combiner wars for good. So let's look at this, right? They started off okay. Now let's take it back to the movie toys. These girls, these motorcycles combine, and they didn't even give you the instructions to it. So I wanted a Devastator. I didn't want to wait on a bigger Devastator. I didn't get Combiner Wars Devastator. I chose the super stylized 18-inch Devastator. I love this thing. But it has its issues. Then we go and look at Combiner Wars because I did get this about a year ago because I didn't have Superion. This is a knockoff with stickers that I put on it. Now, because it's new and it has the new feet and the new hands or whatever, it does still stand, which is amazing. So then I was like, wait, I don't have a bigger Bruticus. I've got G2 Bruticus that is from Combiner Wars, but I found Warbitron. I love this big thing, but at the same time, there's issues. Some things don't swivel. Some things do swivel. The hand was put on Swindle backwards. Sometimes he stands up perfect. Sometimes he doesn't. That you don't have to worry about with the exoskeleton. Now let's take it back to the movies again. Remember this? And how about this when they made this thing? Now, Predaking looks amazing combined. I've had this ever since it came out. And you know how many times I've taken it apart? Maybe 6 or 7. And that's only because the way that they combined it was because they had those big black blocks. Then you find a toy like this Devastator. A miniature version of I think this is a TF Hawkeye, but scaled down, like legend size. And he was cool. He was amazing. I actually did a stop motion with him fighting Omega Supreme, but then you realize he's the same height as Overlord. So it kind of doesn't work, but it's a cool toy, so you keep it. I love that Devastator. And at the same time, this isn't about scale because Unicron is still smaller than the Titans. Yeah. So, but anyway, let's look at when they do throw the exoskeleton into the entire mix. Move my custom ramjet out the way. Custom dirge in the back. But yeah, they use the exoskeleton. Okay, so this holds together incredibly. You pose it incredibly. The arms are separated. I said that in my other video. That's amazing. I love the fact that you split the car, and I get it. They got that from a third party. I get it. So for Menasor, this obviously is the epitome of what Menasor should be. And don't get me wrong, if you look up there, wait, hold on. I just realized my lights aren't on in Decepticon headquarters. Please hold. And we're back. So, again, looking at Menasor, this thing, yes, I know it has the exoskeleton, but it worked because it all fit. And look at the backpack. There's nothing crazy. There's no big backpack. That part, it's only because it's standing because I've got him, not in an A stance. Well, in an A stance. But let's go over here. Let's take a trip over here. Now, let's look at Combiner Wars Victorion, which is still selling for $400 some. I've got to rest her in a corner. She will not stand up. She won't. And then Alpha Bravo standing over there because he is not a plane. He's a helicopter, so he's not allowed to be on Superion. But the point is, looking at her, and then you go back to, what Combiner Wars was trying to do. For that time, Combiner Wars was amazing. For that time. Pause. Did y'all know that on the official old Transformers poster, look at that. Look. Rumble is named Frenzy. So now that's a whole nother video. We'll get to that later. But again, looking at, how Combiner Wars tried, they did a great job. The thing, too, is that if you want a Combiner Wars Devastator, you're going to pay $300, $400. I paid, I think, 85, 95, maybe $95 for an 18-inch Devastator. Now, problems with it. He stands great. He is posable, but the plastic is not worth it. The plastic is very, very, very thin. Knockoffs, you get some good plastic on a knockoff. I'll tell you that. I'll find out when I get this giant Defensor. But then, and here, let's take it back to the first one I got. My first Combiner Wars toy was Combiner Wars Menasor G2 Colors. And my wife had got it for me for Christmas. I loved it. I still do. I will never get rid of it. I still have the box. But wait, drag strip is somewhere in here. Somewhere. Anyway, I got it for Christmas. I opened up the box. It was a G2 Colors. I never had a G2 colored Menasor, so it will always be close to my heart. But again, when you go back in time and you think like during the Combiner Wars, Titans Returns, as I did the video on Triptychon the other night, which is still the greatest Titan they ever made. The playability in this thing is amazing. Combiner Wars, Titans Returns, and Power of the Primes is where they lost me. But then Siege happened. And then Siege was like my dream. But that's me. That's me because I was born back then. I remember back then, I loved TF1. And it's probably because I'm so old that I like the fact that they redid a modern story over again. But you got to look at the greatness. It's up to you. Whichever you want to buy it. If you like Titans, get them. If you like tall, big toys, get them. If a third party makes a 27-inch Metroplex that lights up, which I'll talk about again later on this week, buy it. If that's what you want, at the end of the day, it's your money. I bought this gun. This is a 5-foot transforming sniper rifle that turns into a fake looking Nemesis Prime that is also 18 inches, but I don't have room in here for him quite yet. People like certain things. People don't. A lot of people hated this movie. I love this movie. This movie spoke to me. You know what I mean? Like, I had an emotional attachment, as you can see, to the fact that Transformers finally said, you know what? Not finally. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say it that way. But Transformers was like, you know what? We're going to the hood for this one. And then we're going to take you to Peru. And we're going to put monkeys in it and all types of stuff. But I loved it. Y'all, Rise of the Beast had me when I've heard Nas and Wu-Tang on the soundtrack because it appealed to me. I was the demographic for Rise of the Beast. Too bad a lot of us didn't make it to that. So again, when it comes to your combiners, buy which ones you want. Get the ones that you want. You don't have to, and I'm a person that I don't believe in waiting till tomorrow. I get what I want now. So if you want to wait. If you don't, go get it. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime.